There's a specific kind of exhaustion that doesn't come from working too hard. It comes from standing still, from staring at your life and realizing the problem isn't that you're lost. It's that you see too many possible roads, and every single one feels like it could be you. We talked before about the graveyard of hobbies, about why people quit when things get hard, about building the muscle of tenacity, the part of the brain that stays when the dopamine fades. But for some of you, something more disturbing surfaced. What if quitting isn't your problem? What if your real problem is that you can't choose what not to pursue? You're not lazy, you're not afraid of work, you're not looking for shortcuts. You're paralyzed by possibility. You look at your life and see 10, 15, 20 versions of yourself, and every time you pick one, it feels like you're killing the others. And that's not indecision. That's grief. Society has a word for you. They call you a dilettante, a jack of all trades, a master of none. And that label doesn't just sting, it infects. It turns curiosity into guilt. It turns potential into anxiety. Your greatest strength starts to feel like your biggest liability. And underneath all of it lives a quiet fear no one names out loud. What if by choosing one path, I waste my life? This is the scanner's dilemma, perfectly captured in the sentence, I could do anything if I only knew what it was. But here's the first truth most people never hear. That anxiety you feel, it's not confusion. It's opportunity cost screaming at you. Every door you walk through closes 10 others, and your nervous system knows it. So let's dismantle the lie at the center of this pain. Because the problem isn't that you're broken. The problem is that you're trying to force a modern brain into an obsolete career myth. For the last 100 years, society worshipped one archetype, the specialist, the man who goes a mile deep in one narrow tunnel, the woman who commits early, stays put, and climbs predictably. This worked because the world was stable. Psychologists call it a kind learning environment. Clear rules, immediate feedback, repetition rewarded. Like a chessboard. Same pieces, same moves, same outcomes. This is the world of the I-shaped person. One deep pillar, one identity. But look around. This is no longer a chessboard. It's a wildfire. We live in what psychologists call a wicked learning environment. The rules change mid-game. Feedback is delayed. Patterns only make sense in hindsight. Think about the difference between a golfer and a firefighter. The golfer plays in a kind environment. Same course, same physics, immediate feedback. The firefighter steps into chaos. Every fire is different. Every rule might break. Yesterday's expertise can become today's blind spot. In a wicked world, hyper-specialization creates fragility. And yet, we still judge everyone by the specialist standard, which means people like you grow up feeling defective, like you lack discipline, like you can't commit, like something is wrong with your character. But here's the truth that reframes everything. Your brain isn't designed to dominate one narrow lane. It's designed to connect worlds. And to build a life that fits your brain, you have to stop thinking in job titles and start thinking in shapes. The I shape is depth without range. The dash shape is range without depth, a mile wide, an inch deep. This is a trap most scanners fall into. A little design, a little coding, a little writing, a little psychology. Enough to be interesting, not enough to be grounded. And this is where anxiety really takes root. Because without depth, you have no center of gravity, no pillar strong enough to carry weight. So the question becomes dangerous. Am I just distracting myself, or am I built for something entirely else? This is where the most powerful shape appears. The shape no one taught you. The M-shaped professional. The polymath. Not scattered, not shallow, strategic. Multiple pillars of depth connected by a wide bridge of curiosity. Imagine this. One leg, data science. You go deep, deep enough to be fluent, deep enough to be paid. Second leg, storytelling. Not dabbling, depth, craft, structure, psychology. The horizontal bar, psychology, history, design, culture. Suddenly, you're not a distracted data scientist. You're the person who can turn complexity into meaning. You're the translator between worlds. And translation is rare. Translation is valuable. Translation is power. This is where a concept called far transfer enters. Specialists use near transfer. Same skill, same domain. Polymaths use far transfer. They see structure, not surface. A person who understands tree roots sees better organizational systems. A musician sees harmony inside software architecture. A historian spots patterns inside modern power dynamics. They don't just see notes, they hear the music. And here's the part you need to hear slowly. Every random interest you've collected, every obsession you thought was a distraction, that's not chaos. Habit 4. The cheekbone press, the stress vault. Where do you store stress? For most people, the jaw. Clenched all day, ground at night. But the real tension isn't just the jaw, it's the attachment points. Put your fingers on your face. Find your cheekbones. Slide down about an inch toward your mouth. Feel that bump? That's your masseter muscle, your main chewing muscle. It's probably hard as stone. Make a relaxed O with your mouth. Let your jaw hang. Press firmly into that muscle with your fingers. Not stabbing, steady. You'll feel a tender, deep ache. That's the spot. Hold the pressure. Slowly open and close your mouth a few times. 10 to 15 seconds each side. Breathe while you do it. Imagine squeezing tension out like toothpaste. When you release, you may feel a wave of relaxation spread across your face, your temples, your neck. Your vision might even feel wider. A relaxed jaw sends a massive all is well signal to your entire nervous system. It's hard to panic with a soft face. Before sleep, during intense work, anytime you catch your teeth touching, this is preventative maintenance for calm. Habit 5. The stealth focus object, the ninja move. Now listen carefully. What if you can't move? What if you're mid-conversation, on a date, in a meeting, giving a presentation? This is the stealth move, the one no one can see. Anxiety pulls your attention inward, into the storm. The solution isn't distraction, it's precision focus outward. Pick one meaningless object, a pen, a crack in the wall, a leaf, a button, a coffee stain. Not your phone, something neutral. For 20 seconds, study it like it's the most fascinating thing on earth. Its color, texture, shape, light reflection. Is it smooth or rough, cold or warm, heavy or light? Who put it there? Why is it there? What was it like a year ago? Then take one slow breath. Release it. That's it. What did you just do? You forced your prefrontal cortex, logic and observation, back online. You starved the amygdala, the fear center of attention. They can't dominate at the same time. This is a Jedi mind trick on yourself. You're not saying, stop being anxious. You're saying, hey, brain, look at this doorknob. On dates, in interviews, at parties, during difficult conversations, it makes you more present, not less, because the internal commentator shuts up. This is the ultimate portable reset. Invisible, instant, anywhere. You don't need to overpower anxiety. You just need to outmaneuver it. From the body, back to calm.